In the heart of the golden Sahel, where the wind sings to the baobabs and drums echo across the savannah where tall grasses sway, the fields, a patchwork of vibrant greens nurtured by the rains, the walls, a testament of labor, each roof, a woven dream sheltering generations. This was a kingdom rooted deep in the land's embrace, where life, culture, and tradition found their sacred place. There lived a king whose name tasted like honey in the mouths of his people. King Gaga of the kingdom of Ojara. The sun bowed to him, the rains waited for his nod, and the people, they loved him. But as the saying goes, even the lion's den has snakes. This is the story of a kingdom blinded by loyalty, of a family torn by secrets, and of a son who might never live to wear his father's crown. King Gaga had three beautiful wives, all graceful, all powerful in their own way. Queen Idaya, the first wife, wise and maternal. Queen Mira, the second, fierce and loyal. And Queen Sefu, the youngest, beautiful and peaceful. The king had many daughters, and an only son whom he personally named Prince Jabari. Prince Jabari was the only child and son of late Queen Sibi, who died during childbirth. Prince Jabari, the only son of King Gaga, was to be crowned heir to the throne in 3 days. A warrior, scholar, and a man of the people. The entire kingdom prepared for the grandest coronation ever seen. King Gaga boasted to his council elder, "My son is ready. He has walked through fire and iron, and he has come out unburnt. Ojara will be safe in his hands." The council elders replied, "May the gods guide him and protect your house, my king." Beneath the colorful cloth of celebration, a dark thread was being woven. The night before Prince Jabari was to be crowned, Queen Sefu crept out of her hut, alone to a hidden forest. There she met a man dressed in a cloak-like dress. She said,
"It must happen before the coronation. No traces."
The man replied, "What is the reward?" Queen Sefu replied,
"You will have more gold than the river's teeth."
What Queen Sefu did not know was that someone followed her to the forest. Her co-wife, Queen Mira. The third day came. The palace for that single day transformed into a place brimming with history and hope, preparing to usher in a new era under the watchful gaze of the kingdom's expectant citizens. A palpable tension, a mixture of anticipation and reverence electrified the air. Suddenly, a loud thud was heard. A scream shattered the stillness.
The prince! The prince! The prince is dead!
There was chaos. Guards running, wailings in the distance. Prince Jabari was found in the sacred grove behind the palace. His eyes wide open, mouth stained with foam. Poison, clean and silent. King Gaga, on his knees, voice breaking, screamed, "Jabari, my son, my crown, who would do this?" The kingdom was in disarray. Every face appeared gloomy. Prince Jabari was loved, kind, and of reputable character. Who truly would have done this? Every villager whispered to themselves, Who, who, who would have done this? An emergent meeting was arranged, and the chief priest came to the palace. The chief priest sat in silence and then spoke. "The gods of our land have spoken. This was no accident. Blood speaks, and it cries for justice." Queen Idaya spoke.
We must question everyone.
Queen Mira looked directly at Queen Sefu and reiterated.
Especially within these walls.
The chief priest stood up, dusted his hands, and said, "In 3 days' time, we will know the killer." He stood up and went away from the palace. After the chief priest exited the palace, Queen Sefu visited King Gaga in his chambers. The king, lost in thought and still sober, beckoned for her to come in. "My king," Queen Sefu said.
I love Jabari. I really loved him like my own child. You know this."
King Gaga replied, "Sefu, I see your tears. I feel your pain. We are going to know who killed my son on the 3rd day." Queen Mira went into the king's chambers to comfort him, and she slipped a parchment paper to King Gaga. King Gaga read the words aloud. "Strike before the coronation. No traces, no mistakes. From me, Queen Sefu." King Gaga couldn't believe his eyes. He roared angrily at the guards. "Summon Queen Sefu and the chief priest now." Words reached the whole kingdom that Queen Sefu was the murderer. Queen Sefu was summoned to the village square in front of the king, the council elders, chief priest, and the villagers. She roared,
This is madness. Fabricated lies from jealous hearts. How can I tell a boy I loved?
Queen Mira answered.
Just stop it. Stop the pretense. You are the liar and the killer. I followed you.
Queen Idaya roared angrily at Queen Sefu.
You forget, Sefu. You forget. The gods see all. Let's ask them.
The chief priest then brought forward the calabash of truth water for Queen Sefu to drink from. Queen Sefu refused vehemently.
This. This is not justice.
Inojara, refusing to drink the calabash of truth water, was as loud as a confession. Just as Queen Sefu was about to be forced to drink the water of truth, a royal guard came in and gave the king a carved wooden box. Inside was a letter with a royal seal. The king took the letter and read aloud, "Father, if I do not wake to the sun, know this. I fear my mothers more than I fear my enemies. There is a war behind your smiles. Your son, Jabari. Few minutes later, royal guards brought a strange man into the village square. His body, a fallen temple. His skin, a canvas bruised and bearing the marks of a brutal storm. His lips, split and crusted. Words silenced by the echoes of agony. King Gaga said, "What is this strange man doing here? This is the least of my problems right now. Take him out." One of the guards answered, "He has a confession to make." The man spoke silently. "Yes, it is true Queen Sefu came to meet me to kill Prince Jabari. But she wasn't the only one that conspired to kill the prince. Queen Idaya and Queen Mira specifically gave me the poison to kill the prince." The whole village was in shock at the revelation. Queen Idaya and Queen Mira vehemently denied they had ever seen the wounded man. The chief priest then forced the queens to drink the water of truth. Not long after, the queens owned up to the truth that they were actually involved in the murder of Prince Jabari. Queen Sefu was the guilty, but not alone. This wasn't just a jealous act of one, but a silent rebellion, a desperate grasp for power. Just as judgment was to be passed on them, Prince Jabari and the maid that alerted the villagers of his death walked in majestically. The whole village thought they had seen a ghost. Prince Jabari said, "Fear not, I am alive. These queens are callous. They planned my death, but I was saved by this maid. She told me of the plots against me. She overheard the queens plotting against me at different times and prepared an antidote. I had to fake my death, so the truth shall be in the open." King Gaga couldn't believe his eyes. He ordered that his wives be stripped of the title and wealth and be thrown into the evil forest. The wounded man was also sent to the evil forest to die. The kingdom once again regained peace and harmony. Jabari was crowned king after his father's death. He married the maid and lived happily. The whole village learned something. Sometimes, the deepest wounds are carved by those closest to the heart. Till today, the inhabitants of Ojara still tell this tale. From this story, what are the lessons you learned? Please let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and kindly hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Until next time, bye.